In the heart of Charleston, South Carolina, where old houses whispered stories of the past and the streets bloomed with magnolia trees, lived Olivia Carter, a woman who carried herself with quiet strength. She was in her mid-40s, graceful and kind-hearted, known in her community for her compassion and the way she always put others before herself. Her only son, Ethan Carter, had been away at college in Boston for nearly 4 years. The bond between Olivia and Ethan was special, one built on trust, open conversations, and countless evenings of laughter over shared dinners when he was younger. Since her husband had passed away many years ago, Olivia had devoted her life to raising Ethan, making sure he never felt the emptiness of a missing father figure. When the story begins, Ethan was returning home after graduation. Olivia had been preparing the house for weeks, dusting the shelves, planting fresh flowers in the garden, and even repainting the porch swing. For her, Ethan's return wasn't just about welcoming her son back home, it was about seeing the boy she had raised step into manhood. That summer evening, when Ethan walked through the door, Olivia almost didn't recognize him. He was taller, broader, his eyes more thoughtful than before. For a moment, she saw the little boy who used to run into her arms after school, but now he stood as a man, carrying stories and experiences she had never been part of. "Mom," Ethan said softly, dropping his bags to the floor before pulling her into a hug. Olivia held him tightly, breathing in the moment. "Welcome home, sweetheart. I've missed you more than words can ever say." The first few days were filled with catching up. They sat on the porch swing late into the night, sipping iced tea while Ethan shared stories about his friends, the professors who inspired him, and the city life of Boston. Olivia listened with sparkling eyes, proud of the man he had become. Yet deep down, something stirred within her. She realized she wasn't just seeing her son. She was seeing a grown man, someone whose presence felt different now, warmer and strangely comforting. One evening, as the sky turned golden with sunset, Ethan found Olivia in the garden. She was kneeling among the roses, her hands dirty with soil but her face glowing with contentment. He watched her for a while before saying, "You know, Mom, you're the most beautiful person I know. Not just because of how you look, but because of who you are." Olivia looked up, surprised. Her heart skipped. "Ethan, you shouldn't say things like that. I'm your mother." "I know," he replied, his voice steady but filled with sincerity. "But it doesn't change the truth. You've always been more than just my mom. You're the one person who taught me what love really means." She smiled gently, brushing off the moment with a laugh, but deep inside, his words stayed with her. That night, when she lay in bed, she found herself replaying them. It wasn't wrong, she told herself. He was just expressing gratitude. Yet something about the way he had said it, it carried an emotion she couldn't ignore. Days turned into weeks, and their bond deepened. They began cooking together, laughing over failed recipes, dancing in the kitchen when an old song played on the radio. One night, after a storm knocked out the power, they lit candles and sat by the fireplace. Ethan played the guitar he had brought from college, singing softly while Olivia hummed along. The intimacy of those moments, the closeness, the laughter, the unspoken understanding, wove a new kind of warmth between them. It wasn't until one quiet afternoon that everything changed. Olivia was in the living room, wearing a simple summer dress, reading a novel by the window. The sunlight poured across her face, making her look almost ethereal. Ethan walked in, intending to ask her something, but he froze in the doorway. For a long moment, he just stood there, watching her. His chest tightened, his heart racing in a way he had never felt before. She looked up, catching his gaze. "Ethan," she asked, her voice soft. "Why are you staring at me like that?" He hesitated, then whispered, I never realized how incredible you are. Seeing you like this, it shocks me. You're not just my mom. You're the most remarkable woman I've ever known." Olivia's breath caught. She wanted to protest, to remind him of boundaries, but the look in his eyes stopped her. It wasn't childish admiration. It was genuine, deep, and filled with respect. She placed her book aside, her hands trembling slightly. "Ethan, you shouldn't say such things." But he stepped closer, his voice low. "I can't help how I feel. And if I'm being honest, it scares me too. But I don't want to hide it anymore." Olivia closed her eyes, battling with emotions she never thought she would face. When she opened them again, tears glistened. Ethan, I don't know if I should allow this. It feels forbidden. And yet, my heart, it doesn't push you away. He knelt beside her chair, taking her hand gently. Then don't push me away. Just let this be what it is. I promise I'll never disrespect you. I'll only love you in the purest way possible. Her heart ached with the weight of the moment. Finally, she whispered, then I'll allow it. Because I don't want to lose this bond we share. Even if it defies reason, my heart won't deny it. From that day forward, their relationship transformed, not in ways that broke boundaries, but in ways that made them inseparable. They cherished their time together, sharing secrets, dreams, and hopes for the future. Olivia allowed Ethan to see the side of her she had hidden from the world, her vulnerabilities, her fears, her unspoken longing for companionship. Ethan, in return, became her protector, her confidant, her partner in laughter and tears. Their story wasn't about scandal or forbidden love. It was about two souls who found solace in one another, even if life had painted them into roles that seemed unchangeable. Together, they chose to honor the love they shared, not through actions that crossed lines, but through moments of trust, understanding, and unwavering devotion. And so, the summer in Charleston became their secret season of love, gentle, tender, and unforgettable. Ethan had been shocked when he first realized how deeply he felt for Olivia. But in the end, what mattered wasn't the label the world gave their bond. It was the purity of the love they carried in their hearts. And Olivia, though hesitant at first, allowed it. Because sometimes love comes in unexpected forms, and the bravest thing one can do is simply let it be.